hello. It's Jessica Lynn.
Hello, everyone. This is Dilek. Welcome to our show today.
Yes, I hope you all taking a nice break and joining us. How are you today? How has your last 2 weeks been? It's been what, 2 weeks, right, Deleke? I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
2 weeks, and actually, we have new energy is entering in our lives too, with the which is the blood moon that we had it on the 27th, 28th of October. Well, it seems like we're gonna be riding a roller coaster with those energies, so let's see how it is gonna be.
Yes. Yes. So we were actually thinking today that we would just kind of like talk about some like spiritual things that have happened to us, and we would
Yes.
love to comment if anything's happened to you, or if you'd like to share your story. That would be great. Um, let's see here. Oh boy, I have so many of them, and one thing that Dalik and I love is when we go places and everything. We like we're I don't know, it's like people are drawn to us. They just want to tell us their experiences and tell us everything that happened, or sometimes the case may be within their home, or their family's homes, or even when they were little, like things that they remember. Like it's just really fascinating, and I love it, and I love just like it's that vibe of just sitting around a table, maybe even a bonfire, and just talking about like all these awesome things that have happened in our lives.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah. Um, so I used to live in Nebraska, and I always like kind of like tell this one because this is the first experience that I had when I was little. Is a little boy. I can remember the whole house, and I remember that he did. I talk about this at the last show? I don't remember. Yeah, about the little boy. He'd never leave the
Probably.
stairs. Like
Yes.
never leave the stairs, and I'd play with him, and I remember everything about him. And my mom and dad used to always be like, "Who are you talking to?" And I didn't talk really. I didn't actually start using my until after I was 3 years old, but I would talk to um, anybody that nobody else could see. I was what they would say a weird child. But yeah, that was the first
Yeah.
time I. There. Hello.
Hello, John.
Yay. Hi, John. How are you today? Coffee for tea. LOL. Hi. Is it Limo?
Yeah,
Limo?
Limo de Pimo.
Okay. Hi. Hi, Heather.
Hi. Hi.
Aw. Hello, Dilek and Jessica. Hello, welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, to bring up speed, we're just kind of talking about experiences that we've
Spirit
had with spirit.
experiences.
Yay. Hi.
Good
Hello.
evening, Carol.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Christine.
And I love the Winnie the Pooh and the Tigger. Yeah, for a while there when I was younger, I liked to be named Tigger because my favorite animal is tigers. Let's see here.
Hi, Haley.
Hi, my first time. Hi, welcome. Hi.
This is our second time. You're catching up, so you're not really that. We are new too.
Allison from Canada. Hey, I have lots of family in
Hello.
Canada. Let's see here. Mandy. Beautiful, beautiful car. Love it. And I love the hearts and the flowers. Hello,
Hi, Michelle.
Michelle. Hi. Hi, Pepper Dog. Let's see here. Jen.
Hi,
Hi, Jen.
Jen.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Hi. You can have that one. I do not know how to pronounce that name, Dilek. Is it
Sayani or
Fanny?
Siani? I don't know. I
So,
just gave it a try.
yeah. So, Elson, I was actually talking about the my first spirit that I remember was a little boy, and I would like constantly play with him and everything. But in this house that we lived at, I would always, I remember like always thinking to myself like, why isn't he leaving the stairs? Like he'd never leave the stairs. And that's what we were talking about. And that's the first thing I remember. My cousin always talks about how one day I was I oh shoot, I think she said I was like around like 4, because I didn't really start talking until after I was 3, and that I described this huge thing that this little girl was telling me, I guess, that passed within the house, and like falling over a balcony and everything. And I don't really remember all of it, but I remember pieces of it, when I was little. But um yeah. Dilly, do you have any experiences?
I have, of course, a lot
Yes,
of them.
yes.
So, well, you do know some of them actually we experienced together. You do know all that. I can tell some of them. When we went to Nebraska, that's one of them actually, the huge, remarkable, and actually unforgettable for me that I have gone through. We were talking about the paranormal experiences and stuff. So, um, who was that? Your cousin, right?
Yes,
Okay.
cousin.
Okay. So we went to her cousin's house. Before we went to her cousin's house, they were kind of talking about like there were some paranormal things were happening and stuff. And then I gave her a coffee ground reading. And when I was giving her the coffee ground reading, I barely read a name. And by then I had this book that it was actually based on the uh I cannot remember what it was. I think it was the Picatrix that it called, if I'm not wrong. But now I don't have that book anymore because it got super moldy and I had to throw that away. But yeah, in that book, it was showing that name that I have found, which was the Marchosias, if I don't remember wrong. This thing, I was guessing that it was in their house or entity, whatever it was. And hi, Joanne. And when I seen that, like, so we decided to go over there and check her house, which they were having like really weird experiences. That house energy was weird and everything was weird in there. And what I have experienced was like in the bathroom, everybody was feeling getting stuck or locked in, or they were getting uh having some experiences, paranormal experiences in the bathroom and stuff. When I went in the bathroom, honestly, I felt like people were watching me, like some things were watching me. And it wasn't just a feeling, it was actually more than that. Right after I got out of the bathroom, uh, I remember somebody actually pulled my hair behind my back, which nobody was there. But I felt that like my hair just came out like couple pieces of it, and I felt that like it was actually came off of like couple of them came off of its roots. It was pretty hurtful too, and I even felt that as well. So and what I have heard that her cousin actually told me that this is always happening to her too, and I didn't know anything about it. But after that night, I mean after that day, uh we went back home, and that time I actually got attacked by whatever entity was. I was sleeping, and all of a sudden I woke up with a really bad burning pain, and it was horrible to me. It was just like coming from down to the up to my back, which was like uh, the burning feeling was like, when you burn the metal thing that it gets super hot. The feeling was exactly like that when I felt. And then as soon as I messaged Jessica that something happened and I wanted her to check. So she checked it, and there was an actually scratch mark that it was coming all the way down from my back to the up like that. And nobody was there at all either when that happened. So I know that I have gone through quite experiences that I can tell a whole lot. She can tell a whole lot.
Yes.
The apartment that I used to live, that was haunted. We got choked in that apartment as well. There are a lot of experiences. So if you have your experiences, definitely feel free to tell us about it.
Yes, we would love to hear it. Hi, is it Krish?
Krish, I
Oh,
believe.
Krish. Hello,
Hi,
and welcome
Krish.
to Alex. I've seen a lot of hellos and highs and welcome. We do see it.
Yes,
Oh my gosh, that is scary. Yes.
it is. It was scary.
Uh, yes. So,
It
do
was.
does anybody have any like, for instance, okay, so my grandma, she'd always know when somebody in the family was going to pass because she said that she would wake up in the middle of the night and they would be sitting at the end of her bed. Does anybody have anything like that that happens? Um, it it's so like I remember like ever like being little and just growing up and listening to my grandma say, "Oh, it's time for so and so's funeral," and she'd be like just calling, and because she would see them at the end of her bed, and that kind of always kind of like confused me a little bit. It kind of confuses me a little bit now because I think about like how spirits pass, right? Like or like
Yeah.
people say that the spirits pass in the souls or whatever, but like she would see them sitting at the end of her bed before they were even, like passed, you know? So it's great, like thinking about how our energy really works with spirits and the way we feel and everything. I think it's so fascinating. Um,
It is.
I know, yeah. I remember at um, so right next to the house that I grew up in, we have a cemetery, and it's one of the really, I believe it's smallpox that everyone passed away from. And I remember walking there with my mom once, and I was, oh shoot, I must have been maybe between 5 and 6 years old because we just moved into the house when I was 5, and we had relocated to Wisconsin, and um, we were walking up there, and I remember like walking up the hill. It's like on this hill, like in these woods, and it's the whole just looking at it is kind of creepy, creepy. But walking up in there, and I instantly like I hovered my mom because I felt like like all these people were just staring at me, and
Yeah, that staring feeling is like really heavy. I know
yeah,
that. You can
and
feel it instantly no matter what happens.
right, and um all of a sudden like all these birds just went crazy, like it was like birds were like just going nuts, and my mom grabbed my hand
Mm.
and we pretty much like rolled down the hill because she was flying so fast. As soon as we got back on the road, it was quiet. It was like all the birds just stopped, and my mom told me that it happened to her again when I wasn't around. Let's see here. Haley says, I had a dream my friend would pass away, and then a couple of
Yeah,
weeks
I
later,
was just reading that.
yes. Dreams are, uh, I highly recommend that if you don't do this either to do this because I feel like I don't want to say manifest is not the right word, but every time I have a dream and I feel like it's a dream like that, Haley, I make a video recording. A lot of people will write it in a
Mm-hmm.
journal. I do like a video stamp recording, and I like just talk about my dream, and I try to do it right away when you wake up because our brain likes to like
I do
forget
it
things.
yep, I do the voice recording instead of the video recording or journaling. I'm
Hmm.
lazy a little. I don't like really writing that much, so I prefer the voice recording, but it works really good.
Yeah. And Joanne says, yes, my mom said that she knew her auntie in Jamaica had passed as she pulled her toe in the middle of the night and said bye bye the next day. She found out she had died. Wow, that gave me
Oh,
chills.
I
Oh my
got chills too.
I love it. Thank
I
you so
got
much
chills.
for sharing. Wow. We would love to hear more.
Yes,
Wait, uh,
I love the stories really.
yes, I still, it's, so I had this instant where I was heading to my doctor's office, and it's about an hour and 20-minute drive from where I used to live. Well, I was driving and I'm on this road, right? And I'm driving and I actually had my mom on the Bluetooth, Bluetooth in your vehicle
Oh
and
yeah?
driving and I'm, like talking to her and everything. And then all of a sudden this white cube van is like, I'm coming up on the white cube van and I remember plain as day, like the license plate in the middle and it had this bumper sticker, but it had like all this rust spots, like coming down like this. And I'm talking to her and I go and I'm passing this Q van because they were driving kind of slow. And I passed it and I looked like this and all of a sudden the driver like just scary, like dead face, like and just turned and looked at me and I was like, whoa, like, like don't look at him, like don't look at him,
Yeah.
right? And I'm driving and I was telling my mom, like, oh my goodness, I just passed this really creepy guy in this white Q van on. And she's like, well, just be careful. And I'm driving along and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a second, mom. I was like, what? And I'm pulling up and here the same van, bumper sticker, rust, everything, right? Like I'm coming up on it again, okay? And I thought to myself, wow, this is some crazy deja vu. Like this is not happening. And then I thought, oh Jesus, is my ESP kicking in, like did I see it before it
Yeah.
happened, you know? So I go and I thought, you know what, maybe it's just the same or a different van, same bumper sticker, what's the coincidence, right? So I go around it and I'm driving and I look over and the guy's looking at me and then all of a sudden, boom, there's this girl in my passenger seat, short blonde hair like this, and she's looking at me and she yells, "Help me!" And I seen a white gown and she had like it was like blood, like stains on it. I went right down in the ditch and I was screaming.
There should be some sort of like accident or murder or something.
Yeah,
Could
and
be.
yeah, it was like, oh my goodness. Like I've heard people like tell me like how they've had like instances like that happen and it had never happened to me before. And when it did, you know, this is our passion. Like we love going into houses that are haunted and like hearing the stories and everything. But I just never had anything like that, like so visual, like
Oh yeah. I know what you
you know
mean.
yeah, like and I'm on the side of the road like catching my breath and I was like trying to explain to her like what just happened and next thing I know forever I was going through like newspapers and like googling like short blonde hair
Yeah.
girl and like all this stuff. um Joy says, do spirits know what we are thinking? That's a really good question. um
I think they do. That's what I think.
and I, as a
But
medium,
actually,
I I believe that they do because as a
they
medium,
do. Yes.
you know,
I was gonna say, no, I was gonna say, are we talking about the spirit guys or actual spirits? Like you, me, and spirit wise, like, you know what I mean?
right,
So that's why I was thinking to myself, but actually, either way, they know. Uh, you say that as a medium, and I say that as a psychic, I will say it because whenever I do the pendulum reading, either to myself or to somebody else, if they're thinking something, immediately it starts spinning in different direction, going into different direction, or it is responding in a different way. So none of the pendulum would be answering like that fast. That's definitely what I know is the spirit that you're trying to connect or contact. Definitely they can know what you're thinking. I am almost like certain with this.
Right. Well, and for instance, like let's say you're walking through a house and they've had a lot of paranormal experiences, right? You know, you could be thinking about like like okay, so they told you that the loaf of bread moved from the counter one day and then they turned around and it was on the other counter. And like when people are telling you that stuff, that's running through your head, you're thinking about it, right? And so you're
Mm-hmm.
walking in there, and then to have something like that happen while you're in the house, it's like the spirit heard you think about it and was like, "Yep, hey, I'm here. Nice to meet you."
Exactly.
You know? So
Exactly. That's why I'm saying that like I am almost like certain about it that they can actually know what we are thinking. And they, I mean, like us, we can actually sense people's intentions and thoughts, what they are thinking in their mind. And that's the same way like they can do it too. So
yeah,
yeah, Rebecca
Rebecca.
says I believe they do. Yes, I do too.
And I just heard this as well. That was, oh shoot, it was Joy, right? That asked that.
I guess so.
Oh, talk about short-term memory. But I just I heard this and I feel like this message is for you. And I heard, yes, Joy. Joy, I don't know if this is for you, but I feel like it is. I'm like drawn to you, but I literally heard is yes, you should pick that color. So I don't know if you're like deciding on I want to say like a red and like a lightish blue color, like you're trying to pick a color. And like that's what I just heard. Um this year. One of my sisters who passed told me my twin
Yeah,
who with them. Oh, that is so awesome. Okay.
that is possible. That is possible. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So in other words, I'm gonna read this again. One of my sisters who passed told me my twin who passed was with them. Okay. Is your spirit or is your sister that told you that? Is she in spirit? Like I just asked
That's
because
what I
you
got it
possibly
kinda.
a medium or you know what I mean. So, oh, that is so cool.
It is.
Yeah,
That's how I feel too. Like for example, I don't feel one of my grandmother, but I feel the other one always. You know which one.
yeah,
And for example, like I feel my grandfather's, but for some reason I don't feel my aunt or her husband that they all passed away. I don't feel them. Or I don't feel some like certain other people that I don't feel them, even if I want to.
Yeah.
Even if I want to feel them, I still don't feel them. For some reason, I feel like it's, I don't know how to explain. This could be like something that maybe people who have gone through a near death experiences that they can explain. Maybe I don't have an experience like that, but I'm guessing like spirits are choosing where they want to be. That's what I have a feeling like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Um, I always like um my grandpa, he leaves me dimes. Like when he was, and he passed away before I was born, like 2 weeks before I was born, and he had a buckle that he made, and it was a dime because his dime was his favorite, and it he wore it like that was his belt buckle. And he always, when I was little, I used to tell my mom about the guy in my dreams and would like describe, and it was my grandpa. And I don't, I know, I never even thought to ask her, like, like why she didn't have pictures of him, really. We always had pictures of my grandma, but not really so much of grandpa.
Grandpa.
Like, yeah. And she'd always be like, who, like talk, and I just remember him always coming into my dreams. And to this day, whenever I feel his energy around me, I find a dime, like, um, I, I think that he's one of, I think he's one of my guides. Like, I talk to him, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, um, sometimes if I'm like, feeling sad or need some type of reassurance about something, and I'm like talking kind of to myself but really talking to him, I will find a dime, and it'll be my, like, I'll just know the answer. So
Yeah.
Debbie says his twin was lost 2 weeks into my pregnancy, and I never told my son he was a twin because I always thought it would upset him. Oh, I I don't I I don't know why Debbie would feel that maybe it would upset him. I'm feeling like it
I don't
wouldn't.
think, yeah, I don't think it would upset.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
that
it
it
would
would
upset.
either.
No, I definitely don't feel like it would upset. Many years ago, I dreamed I was looking down on mourners. Was this a out of body experience? Oh, I have gone through out of body experiences too, uh, without my own willpower. I would like to say, I didn't have any intentions of experiencing anything like this, but it happened all by itself. When that happened, I have seen myself, not like seen, because I don't know how to say, like when you're actually having the out of body experience, you actually know that that is out of the body experience, like you know what I mean. So I don't know how to explain this, but sometimes it seemed like a dream too, you know what I mean? Everybody is changing. It could be out of body experience too.
Yeah, I I just it's a hard one for me to answer because I just feel like you just know. I,
Yeah, you just
you know what I?
know. That's
Yeah,
exact the right word. You know that you're out of your body. And that feeling is actually, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I love actually having these experiences, like out of body experiences. I love it because when I actually experienced it, without my willpower all the time. I felt really good, but then when I came back, I felt horrible. I never want to come back. It is so good experiencing the out of body experience, but you definitely know that it is the out of body experience. So it's not kind of like a dream, but you definitely know that it is the out of body experience. That's what I'm guessing.
yeah, yeah. So, I thought it was weird. Oh, I thought it was a weird experience. It is.
Yeah,
I remember the first time for me, it was a weird experience because it's
it
kind of
was.
like it's almost like you think that you're awake, but you're not. You know, and
And also,
that's
it is scary too if you don't know what you're going through and then when you come back, when you wake up in the first, that's what happened to me at least. I felt like, what am I going through? Like, what is this? I don't know what's
mm-hmm,
happening to me, like a thing.
yeah. So, uh, I this is a one way that I kind of had like that outer body experience, and also had my grandma in my dream, I believe, giving me a message, okay, for like safety. um a long time ago when I lived in Atlanta, I I was sleeping, okay, and I know I was sleeping, and in my dream it was like I was off to the sideline, and watching as everything occurred, okay? And in my dream the car wouldn't start. I was running late for work, and we got stuck behind a bunch of buses, and all this happened. And when I got to work in my dream, I'm looking at it and I can see myself, and I see like the window, all of like the glass door of the, like of the door of the building that I worked at. And next thing I know, it was like then all of a sudden was like I was back in my body in my dream. Like I wasn't looking at myself anymore, but I was in my dream and I was falling backwards. And I remember seeing like glass just falling everywhere around me. And my grandma was all of a sudden in front of me, and her hand was reaching out like she was trying to save me as I was falling. And I like woke up. Well,
Oh,
yeah, and I like woke up, and I right away started telling my partner like this dream I had, because when because when you like woke up, I thought to myself, like like I was thinking to myself like, okay, I was sleeping, because you didn't know
yeah.
if you were sleeping
That's
or
how
awake.
I
'Cause
was
you were,
feeling too.
yeah, and that it was a message as well for my grandma, because I'm telling you, that day, the car wouldn't start. Okay, so we had to get the battery jumped. We got in the car. We're driving. He's driving me to work. We got stuck behind MARTA buses. Then I was already running late for work, and we pulled up to where I work. And there was like cars, or cops everywhere. And so we're like getting out, and this female cop walks up to me, and I said, hi, I'm like, I'm supposed to be here for work. And she looked at me, and she put her arm up over me, and she said, honey, she said, you have a guardian angel, because if you would have arrived at work on time, you wouldn't be here today. And
Oh my God.
had broken in, and the way they got in was they broke the window on the front door, and
Oh my
the
God.
business that was right next to it, they were always, we always went in at the same time, and the stores opened at the same time, and they had killed her. Like, yeah. And I feel like my grandma gave me this dream, like through this message, and was showing me like, this is what has to happen in your day, almost like she manifested it in a way through
Yeah.
my dream, to make sure that I wasn't at work on time that day. And
Yeah.
so yeah, it's nuts, like how spirits can talk to you, and how dreams work, and like the out of body experience, and and I feel like that out of body experience for me in that dream is, I don't know, maybe if I wouldn't have thought about it, the dream, the same way, if I wasn't out of body, if I wasn't looking at it
Yeah.
happening. I might have just woke up and been like, oh geez, that was a nightmare. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
who knows?
I know what you mean.
So
That's why being awakened is all important because of that. So if you're awakened a little bit to the spirituality, you can actually realize these things instantly. Like right away, you can connect it.
right. Okay.
Okay,
So
it is our break time, I guess. So we are gonna be back 2 minutes later.
yes, see you in a couple minutes.
Join us at the Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre for a captivating mediumship demonstration on Saturday, the 11th November from 7:30 p.m. Experience an evening of connection with the spiritual realms, featuring the talents of Bill Hughes, David Hale, and Caroline Johnson. For more information and to book tickets, please visit bognorspiritualistcentre.co.uk.
The SPTV Divine Guidance Oracle Pack, a unique blend of inspiration and artistic beauty. Our captivating set of 78 cards combines the power of ancient archetypes celestial guidance, and the essence of life itself to provide you with a unique tool for self-discovery, clarity, and transformation, all lovingly housed within an exclusive rigid box. The pack includes a booklet that delves into every card in detail, some of which carry dual meanings for deeper interpretation. The booklet also features 8 distinctive card spread layouts. Among these treasures, you'll discover 22 major arcana, 9 main archangels, 4 elements, and 40 life cards, each a work of art, radiating beauty and delivering profound messages that resonate deeply within your being. The SPTV Divine Guidance Pack, where beauty meets enlightenment. Pre-order today and unlock the extraordinary wisdom that awaits you. To be among the pioneers in experiencing our forthcoming collection and to reserve your pack in advance, as well as to access more details, including a sample audio description, kindly visit sptv.uk/cards. Tomorrow from 6 p.m. UK time, Paul Bannister joins us for his live interview and talk show, Spiritual Talk.
Join Bill Hughes during his Collective Consciousness show tomorrow night from 8 p.m. Bill is joined by different guests offering a demonstration of mediumship.
Welcome back. Hello.
Hi everyone, welcome back.
Again, I'm Jessica Lynn. If you're just joining us after the break.
And here I am, my name is Dilek. And for this part of the show, we are actually start giving readings, if you guys are okay. And we are ready with our cards, so feel free if you have a question, feel free to ask about it. Hi, Terry.
I was going to say ditto. We said it at the same time. Aw. Hi.
Hello, Haley.
Welcome back. Hi, Josie.
Thank you, Josie.
Yay. Okay. Let's see.
Okay, we are getting ready.
Josie would love a message. Josie. Let's go to Josie. Hi, Josie.
Oh, the cards went all over.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is like something super sudden. Sorry, do you want to start?
I'm just kind of picking in. Let's see here. I'm getting all kinds of different things right now on Josie, and I don't know if it has to do with her profile. Oh man, why am I feeling the urge to like let's see here. Is there I'm hearing the word and feeling the urge to like stop bully. This is what I'm picking up on, like stop bully. Are you by any chance having, Josie, any like issues or any friends or anybody around you that's recently had any issues with like bullying? You know, I feel like being bullied in a sense. Can you validate that? I'm feeling like bullied, and I just had this for, and there it says, if your light is in your heart, you will find your way home. Return to the past, be your own teacher. And I'm feeling bullied. Feeling bullied. Are you feeling any type of like bully? Like
Not the bully, but I feel like there is some sort of environment that is based on a friend, or I don't know whose friend it is. Could be Josie's, that's what I'm feeling. But these people are looking like a friend, but they're not very friendly for sure. And there are actually some sort of like hidden truths about these people, what I feel. And I also feel like well, I feel a lot of things. You go ahead, I will tell later.
Well, I think we're on the same. I think we're still. I think we're on the same energy, Phil, here because I'm feeling like bully, like being the word bully comes to mind, but like protective, like like being protective, and when I think of bully, I think of like protecting somebody, and there's a bully is not nice. Like things are you're protecting this person because not nice things are happening. And she just said going through court for my grandson, the boyfriend of my daughter. Okay, and I'm not exactly sure what you're gonna say, Dilek, but I kind of get the feeling of what you're gonna say, and it has like you're feeling more of the energy of like who these people are to her and what they're doing to why she needs to protect. And she's saying protect my like I'm thinking that she needs to do something to protect her grandson. So it's like we're on the same energy, but just feeling it, a different way, I should say. So I feel like, yes, my dear, keep doing what you're doing because I'm definitely feeling that bully and that need to be protect. So keep doing what you're doing and keep following your intuition. I feel like a lot of it is a gut feeling as well as maybe you've witnessed or heard and you know what is happening, but it's almost like I hear like no it's not blah blah blah, but you're feeling your own intuition about it. And I'm just feeling very strong as well that keep doing what you're doing because you're on the right path with it, the court and everything. Oh,
What I feel like this situation, whatever it is based on it, friend environment, and they are not friendly. Like I can tell that they are like the type of people that they would smile at your face when you're in the room, and then when you walk out of the door, they are gonna start talking bad about you, and they're not going to stop. And why they do is actually there's some sort of like hidden truth about this thing that you don't even know probably yet. I feel like there's something hidden is like can help you to go through this from a short way. That's what I feel. And for some reason, I also feel like being logic, not putting the emotions into this thing, being logic and um, communicating very clearly, not like ifs or buts or woulda, shoulda, coulda type of thing. It's like yes or no. Like there's no gray area. If you could go like that during the communication with the others about this situation, whatever it is, can help you a lot better. And also for some reason, I feel like this situation with your grandson that I have a feeling like you are trying to give your grandson an environment, like the family environment, like uh how can I say? I feel like your grandson wasn't in a very family related environment. How can I say? It's not like based on a peace or based on love or anything. There was some sort of like lack of financial problems. I mean, lack of financial things, sources, material things, also lack of love. That's what I also feel. And you are trying to give him a stable job, a stable life as possible as you can do. And Jessica said that right, actually. You're doing pretty good on what you're doing, and you're trying to teach uh you're trying to teach your grandson things that you used to do when you were little. I kind of have a feeling and a vision that is like, oh yeah, I used to do this. Like I can do it with him too, type of thing. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel. Sorry, I
Yeah.
took you a little bit long, but
Oh,
I definitely can see that like it was all about her roots or how she grew up and where she is coming from, and she's trying to teach that, like trying to carry that to grandson, so like from generation to generation type of thing. But it's definitely really looking good, really promising. So oh, she said it's all about money. Sorry, I couldn't see her message. Now I look at it. So yeah, I don't know
mm,
what it was, but something was lacking so much in that environment. So that's why I can understand that.
yes. Good luck to you. Good luck to you,
Yeah,
Josie.
good luck, Josie.
Yes. Yes.
And who
Let's,
else do we have in
uh,
here for the reading?
let's scroll through them. Let's see here. I love those the glasses. Ooh, she Anne.
Oh,
Drawn to she. Is it I say it
Bridget.
right?
I'm
Shine,
drawn to
shine.
Bridget Venti.
Okay.
I'm gonna give her a message.
Cheyenne.
Yeah,
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
Okay. Hi, Cheyenne. I'd love a message. No specific question. Okay. Um, I what uh I don't know if it's you in the picture, but I'm really drawn to the woman in the picture. And when I look at this, I feel like turmoil. Like uh is that the right word? Did I use the right word? Okay.
That's why
Like
I was smiling right away.
yeah, like I feel like turmoil when I look at it. Um Man, it's crazy. Like it's almost like I feel like really heartbroken to not being able to make the right decision. Oh boy, um, it's like up and down, and uh, I don't know. Is there God, I'm kind of feeling like guilty in a way too, like making a decision and feeling pretty like kind of guilty about not. It's weird because it's not like guilty of like making the right choice, but guilty of a choice that you made. I, she said that is me. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I have, man, I'm feeling really like turmoil. Like that's the only thing that I can get out of, and feeling guilty of some type of choice, or feeling guilty of something that has happened in your life, or um, up and down, up and down. Oof, man, kind of all over the place with this one. I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna see if I can get any help from a card here. It says, "Hang in there, be patient. You are on the right track." I'm not really feeling anything off that card with you. Does this make any sense to you, Cheyenne, about like some type of decision that you're feeling guilty about making, or that you made? Are you feeling anything like that, Dilek? I'm feeling a
No,
guilty of
I
work, family.
tuned into Bridget's energy. That's why I don't feel
Oh,
anything about Cheyenne anymore.
okay. Oh man, and for some reason I'm directed to work. Like when you put that on there, my energy goes right to work. Okay. Um, but you do have, man, I'm feeling a lot of energy from you, honey. Like a lot of like uncertainty energy. Like, um, is the gentleman that's next to you, is he, why do I feel like some type of, I don't know, I feel like some type of separation between the energies there. So I don't know if he's in passing because he's not coming forward if he is. And I don't know if it's maybe a newer relationship and there's some type of separation happening, or I just feel like the separation between here, okay, with work, I still want to make a job change, but I haven't decided yet. Okay. So maybe that is the choice that you're feeling guilty of making. Because I feel guilty of that, definitely guilty of some type of choice or a choice that you're going to make that you feel guilty about it. So maybe you're really close to some like really close, or you feeling guilty because maybe you do some type of jobs that nobody else can do and you would feel guilty of leaving. With the work stuff, for the separation part, we are still together 15 years. We did have something go on a couple of years ago, but it's been better since. Okay. It's been better since. So I'm feeling, when I read that, I am still picking up on energy, like there's still some type of separation there. You know, I don't know if it's with your energy or his energy that I'm picking up on, but I do feel like there's still something there that needs to be talked about or addressed for things to get better. Okay. Because I'm definitely feeling with the relationship thing that it's still not at 100%. That, which no relationship is ever going to be 100%. Okay. Don't take that the wrong way. But I'm saying within the relationship of you guys, there's still something there for separation. But for work, I feel like I gotta tell you that the moon is brighter, so you need to do what's right for you, for your career. Okay. So if you're feeling guilty on leaving or anything like that, think about why you're guilty and how you can get through that, but still think about you, because at the end of the day, it's you and your family that you need to be brighter, right? So I hope that helps, sweetheart. So I think now that makes me nervous, but I agree, no relationship is 100%. So right. Always we'd all be happy, right, with our soulmates. But anyways,
Bridget Venti. Can I get Bridget? Bridget Venti.
Oh, Bridget.
If I don't remember wrong.
Yeah, Bridget. Is it? I don't remember how to pronounce it.
Yes, right there.
Bridget.
Hello.
Bridget.
Hello, Bridget.
Yep. Yay.
Okay, awesome. She's here. So, Bridget, I have a couple messages for you. So, I don't know if this is based on a relationship or the job, but what I feel like this is based on relationship. But if it does not, definitely take for the work, okay? But I feel like while you are trying to create something solid and unbreakable, is kind of a little hard. You put a lot of effort in this and you're expecting some sort of like solid results out of it. But the truth is actually it's like showing something totally different. I have Tower card in here, Five of Pentacles in here with the Seven of Swords, I guess. Yeah, it is. So what I feel like this, whatever it is already crumbling down. And you're just trying to put the crumbs back in this place, like the crumbs are just falling off, and you're just taking them and trying to put them back or glue them back in there, like trying to make it better and trying to stick with the like, okay, it's gonna work this time, it's gonna work. I fixed it. Like I can feel this, like it is so strong. And there's that worry and fear also that this relationship is or whatever, it is gonna go away. Like, I feel like it. And but it is the actual thing is that it's actually crumbling down and it's time to let whatever type of relationship is this to let go, like uh you can actually do something better than this, because what I see is like this has been going on for so long and you have learned your lessons as you should have supposed to, but you still kind of like you have learned your lessons, but there's this thing that it still makes you fall into that delusional level, is kind of like keeping you in that level still. So whatever it is, I feel like it is some sort of like, I don't know, it's like the habit type of thing. It's like after all those years or after for so long being with someone, it's kind of like turned into habit instead of the relationship. And when the relationship is just like this crumbling down and you cannot let it go, it's I don't know how to explain. It's like okay, it's crumbling, but I am still like used to this. It's like the comfort zone, hanging on and clinging on the comfort zone type thing. That's what I'm feeling mostly off of this. So this is your comfort zone, but I think you have something else better out there to get yourself out of that comfort zone. Those are the things and opportunities that you need to start discovering to make this crumbles and the letting go situation a little better and smoother for yourself, at least. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Those
So
are all my messages.
yeah, Dilek, so I know that recently, Bridget had made a travel change. Okay, like they relocated, and uh, when you were saying all of that, I was picking up on the same type of energy, like what you were saying with hers, as if I can see her in her new place, right, in her new location, and she's wondering, deep down inside, she's like trying to portray to everyone that she's like really like it was right, it was good, you know what I mean? Like we're good here. This is how it's, like everything's
No,
fine.
yeah, but it is not. Definitely, it is
Right.
not the opposite thing. That's what I feel.
Yeah. And um and she's like betraying, like, like I could say, like out to everybody in the world, like um nobody was really happy that they were leaving, right? Like her and her family were leaving, relocating, and they were saying all this stuff like this was a bad choice, this is, this is where you should be, blah blah blah. And she's showing everybody like, nope, we're good, blah blah. But what you're feeling is like deep down inside really isn't.
Hmm.
Like it's
It's
very
not.
stressful. It's, and I am getting the feeling that, honey, a lot of that stress as well is you can portray to everyone that you don't care what anyone else is thinking, but deep down inside, it's eating at you. It's eating and eating at you. But you have to understand that you're now relocated. You need to focus on what's right for you and your family and not what everyone else is thinking or doing. And don't worry about, what I mean? Don't worry. Don't try to make them think that everything's fine. You know what I mean? They don't need to know any of your business. They don't need to know what's going on in your life, what's happening, and build it. And I do agree with the leak on the feeling of that things are crumbling and you're really comfortable. You know, sometimes a relocation and everything can help build that, can help, make things better and, you know, uh, everything. But dang it, like this card right here, I'm really drawn to this card for you. And it says, I am not this hair. I am not the skin. I am the soul that lives within. Beneath the surface, looks can be deceiving. Okay? And I'm really drawn with that, and you need to really open up yourself to only you. Does that make sense? Like, don't worry about anybody else or anything, and get out of that comfortable state, because always you're going to be stuck there, and those crumbles that Dilek's talking about is going to keep crumbling and crumbling. Let's see here. What did she say? Certain family makes it so hard, and they are the ones who are upset.
Move on.
But just let that family go to move on. Sometimes we have to let the family, family has this control over us. Okay, none of us want to admit it, and everything, but family does have a control over us because they're family, right? They're blood. Most families are raised to have each other's back, no matter what the situation may be. But sometimes the family are the ones that can hurt you the most. At the end of the day, they're family. They're still going to love you, right? Sometimes family takes control over that because they know that they can. Don't let them do that to you. You move on, and your family will move and accept for your change because they're your family. And show them, like, that you can do this without them. Don't let them upset you. You know what I mean? And you do what's right for you. You do what you need to do, and get out of that, because that could be the comfortable zone. Delete the comfortable
comfort zone.
Her, her worrying about her family, right? That could be.
No, I said that it is a comfort zone. That's why I said it earlier before. So that's why to move on, definitely. I agree with that.
Yes. Yay. I hope that helps,
So
Bridget.
I guess it helps, and it is also our time passed.
Okay.
We need to end the show.
Yay. Well, thank you, and we will see you again in a couple weeks.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We will see you next time.
And
is it
8:00 tonight? There's a show on. I cannot. Tune in at 8:00 on Spiritual TV. Goodbye.
See you guys later. Bye.